There we go. Alright, sorry about that. I just wanted to get all the stuff fixed real quick. So that way the right thumbnail and name and all that, and we'll be good to go here. So I know we're gonna probably not have a ton of people till the end of the debate, but that doesn't mean we can't have fun for a little bit, and then people can join in about half hour. Yeah, man, that's why we're talking about it, David. This isn't what I have on my screen. I'm just going to show you guys how to use it and what we can do to fix these settings a little bit better. So I have a bunch of settings here. You know, you can use these settings by itself. If you want to get super into it, there's tons of different settings we can do. So I mean, each setting basically will take away more and more buys and sells, so you can be super restrictive. You want to get, this might take away everything. No, I guess, I mean, there's a 100% win ratio right there, but you're only making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades in a year. I don't know if that's usable. But I mean, each one of these probably would have been good, so I don't want to use all these. I don't like these ones, so I'm going to show you my settings that I want. I think it was, I think I like VWAP. So this just came out. We just launched it last night and tried to fix some stuff on it, so we've been working hard on doing that. Yeah, I mean, we've been working on this for a couple weeks. It's getting there. It's definitely, I mean, you can, that should help right there. Actually, this should be, no, we want that. Why is that not doing anything? Okay, this didn't get fixed yet. I'll have to fix this setting. So, there we go. There we go. There's some nice settings right there. Can fix this to 30 as well. And that should get us some nice buy levels. So, you can see here it's designed to catch the bottoms and the tops. It's not always perfect, but that's why I added this line in, so you can help see super trend lines. So you can see the overarching trend and the inner trend. So this will do the overarching trend, and then the color will help you identify other trends. So it's supposed to be used in combination with the signals and the trend line. So I have my TradeStation account ready, and I have this ready. Where is it? I have this ready to go. So that's exciting. I just need to shore up some settings in here. But this is an actual auto trade, so it tells you when the trade was made and when it was sold. This is something that I just did this afternoon. So it has a 66% win rate. So you can see that right here. Now what you're looking at isn't necessarily a giant profitable trade, but what you're looking at is then designing a strategy around this winning percentile. So that's what we're looking for, is a winning percent, and then we can design an options trade strategy around it. So this is just something I just did like a couple seconds ago, so we'll just need to mess with some of these settings, and maybe we can even get that better, so who knows. So this is something I'll be playing with. Look at that, I got that up to 67% or 69% already, so that's pretty cool. And then if we want more settings in there, we could, oop, that didn't help. 73%. I'm telling you, this is some good stuff. So just by playing around, I literally just uploaded this. I haven't had a lot of time to play around with it, but if you guys want, there's no reason why I couldn't share this with you. This is the strategy tester, and yeah, it's I just haven't changed the name yet, so I just got to do that in my editor here. But it'll probably be named Fortuna when I upload this. So this will also eliminate repainting. So what it's doing is it's just telling you when to go long and when to go short. Theoretically, you could then devise a strategy to go long and short around it. That doesn't look like it was a winning strategy, and that could be because maybe the stop loss is too great. It is more of a call, a call based thing. So what you're looking for, don't necessarily pay attention. I still got to perfect the sells. What I'm looking to do is perfect these buys. So this is the 15-minute. What we're looking to do is try to hold our long entries as long as possible. But this one, was profitable in the short term. So we just need to figure out a strategy that can make profit off of these and these. So we're still working on this. I mean, technically this is a break-even trade. That would have been a profitable trade. Profitable, break-even, giant profit. And then this one, we could have devised a way to sell up here. I mean, theoretically with shares, this is still a $3 trade. So this one on SPY was saying with these settings, potential buy, but if you look at these settings, it's telling you to sell. So we just uploaded this today. Again, I uploaded this last night at like 1 in the morning. So the settings we still have to perfect, but I think it's to the point where it's user-friendly, and it should be theoretically usable, not necessarily by itself, but with conjunction in your own TA and everything. So I mean, all trends say we're probably going down tomorrow, and with the debate, I would not. Well, here, let's watch live on futures. That might be fun. While people are waiting on the debate, why don't we look at the futures live? And I have live data, so we can look at it. So I mean, right now futures are trending up. So if we want, we can reduce some of these settings. I mean, there was a sell signal here. Not a great one, so it's not always perfect, but that's why we tweak and tweak and tweak and make it better. So let's look at some of these settings. This is something. There we go. So these are what I call like aggressive settings, and I might rename these, make them a little easier to understand. But for me, from right now, while I'm still kind of in development mode, I want to know what I'm changing when I look at my settings. You might not know what a Keltner band is, or volume weighted average is, or a commodity channel. That's okay. All you have to do is toggle and see what it does. That's the best part. I didn't put any of these values in there. I can do that in the code, so you don't have to worry about it. I just made them toggles. So that was the idea. So if you're holding puts, it doesn't look great. I mean, it looks like it broke this downtrend and then bounced off of it, and now it's trending upwards, and now it's in this uptrend right here. So it's holding this uptrend. So You know, the funny thing is this actually looks like actually looks good. So who's texting me at this time at night? Oh. So what do you guys want to see? You guys want to know more of what this does? So the prediction reversal is an indicator that I use in this algorithm, and what it's designed to do is it's basically designed to help. So if you were to turn off so a lot of these settings I think you should use by yourself. I think the middle ones work really well together, and then the predict and the uptrend come out. So if you just use the uptrend confirmation ones, by those self, you're not going to get a ton, but what you are going to get is some pretty fire signals. So by themselves, super conservative, and almost 100% win rate with all of those. Almost every time you're going to get 100% win rate. I mean, that's why I put those in there, because they're super dependable. But what you're not getting is you're not getting the bottom. What you're getting is an uptrend confirmation buy-in. So you might occasionally get the bottom, but overall you're going to get almost 100% to 80-90% win rate. So that's pretty cool about that. So that's something to do. And we're going to be tweaking the optimal settings. I might actually, when I'm done, what I'm thinking about doing, what is this? The heck is Link? I don't even know what that is. Sounds cool though. So what you're doing is, I lost my train of thought now. Okay, so what I'm thinking about doing is playing around with these, and then in the beta Discord. If you guys aren't in the Discord, let me. I hope you are, because I'm almost putting out updates every day now. Sometimes 2-3 times a day. Oh, that's pretty dope. Looks like someone made an animated logo here for me. Let me get this. Who's not in the Discord? I guess is everyone here watching in the beta test Discord? That's that's one of those things where if you guys are using this, I want you to be able to talk to me about it. I want you to talk about it. So, actually, I just turned futures red. So, like, I want you guys to be able to use it and ask me questions and how to use it and understand how to use it. Because, yeah, it's my Discord. It's my Discord. So you can't talk in Aces. So this is a way for you to talk to me about this specifically. Maybe suggest improvements. What's working for you, what's not. If you see some bugs, I need to know these things. So if you want this to be the best indicator you've ever used, I need to know if there's a problem with it so I can fix it. Because if I can't use it every day because I work, so I need everyone to be my eyes and ears on it and tell me what to do on it. So I think I need to play with the sell settings. I really love a lot of the buy settings, but what I'm struggling with is the buy or the sell settings. So I definitely need to figure that one out and see, excuse me, and see why those are like that. So I have a feeling it's this one right here. For some reason, when I use it, it takes away all the sell settings. And it shouldn't, because it should leave. Well, maybe, let me look. I know what it is, so I think it's just the way I have it configured. Yeah, it is the way I have it configured, so I could see why that one does that now. Alright, I might have to change that one a little bit, or just take it out completely, because what's the point of having it there if it just gets rid of every single sell signal? But so you can see it can catch the tops really good. The next step is to add trend lines in, so if it breaks the trend line, then it would add an automatic sell signal. Or if you have a perfect trend line like that, you know, it might sell you a sell signal right there. But you can do these trend lines on your own. I mean, that's one thing that you should be charting on your own. And if you see this break, you should have known it was going down. Josh, no, it's in my Discord. That one right there. I am in Ace's Discord, and I will continue posting there. I love Ace's Discord, but I needed a place where people can discuss this with me so we can make it the best ever. I mean, if I can get a 74% win rate out of it, that probably beats a lot of people's win rates already, just with an algorithm. So the next step isn't just to do this, though. I think we've been talking about this. If you're in my Discord, we've been talking about what the next steps are. And the next steps are bringing a couple more AIs into the picture. So fibs we're working on. It's super hard to code. This is super easy to code. So fibs are something that are in development. So that's just something to consider. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I just got an alert. What is going on? Buy signal detected for... Oh! Did that just pop up? Wait a second. That was there already. Why is that telling me... Oh, the 1 minute. What? Or are the signals down here? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure these things out. That should be September 28th created, so it would be this one. Bitcoin. Or is it right here? Here it is. Oh, these I set these Bitcoins one to test alerts for that's what's going on. Alright. Let's take a look at what Bitcoin's doing. Alright, there's the buy alerts on the 1 minute. What's it look like on the 15? Ooh, that one was good. So some of these, just because of the way it's coded, might be a little late because it has to have confirmation. But, you know, the sell signals look pretty good now, and these buys look good. So again, I just want to play around with it for you. But usually in my settings, I like to have... These are almost a must, the commodity channel settings. In my opinion, I mean, look at it just increases the best buys there. And then if you want a little bit more, you can get rid of that. And that'll get you some more. What this is doing is it's catching the bottom more. It's not going to get more on the uptrend. So if you just want the bottom, and the Keltner bands will get you. So what the Keltner bands are going to do is it's going to get you the reversals in extreme situations. So if you're looking at a Keltner band, so if you're looking at a Keltner band, if you turn them on, it will only issue a buy signal if it's under the Keltner band. So it would only issue down here or here, in conjunction or here. So I use these to help me predict reversals, and the sells, if you issue it, will only issue above. So if you're curious on what the Keltner bands do, that's what they do. Yeah, the RSI settings, for some reason, aren't right. I need to fix them, because what's happening is one of them is inverse. So the lower you go, the higher is. I think it's buy. So if you were to go like 75, it would actually reduce the buy signals. So then if you went that, and if you got rid of the Keltner band buy, it's probably only going to issue it like... Alright. Let's try 70. $65? There we go. So the commodity channels in conjunction with a high RSI is going to get you some fire turns here, and you're not going to get them on a downtrend like this. So you might get them on a small downtrend, but you're still catching the bottom of this reversal. So you're seeing it's catching all these bottoms right here. So this is just something you're going to have to play around with, like whatever ticker you're looking at, because each ticker, I made it customizable, so each ticker, this is Bitcoin, looks like it had a sell signal there. It looks pretty good actually. So let's go back to futures. Futures is more fun to watch right now with the debate going on. The win rate, you have to have a strategy tester built. So this is something that that I built with Sasha. He helped me build it, and so I will release this, and you guys can play around with it. Does that sound fair? So I will upload this as a strategy. I'll upload it as like Fortuna strategy 1.0 or something, and then maybe you can design something that's better. You know, there's lots of settings in here. You can play around with it. You can hang around with this is a back tester, so you can have order size, you can have scale in, scale out, you can have it an order tick, you can have it I mean, if you were to go 100% into each trade, you know, that's probably not good, even with a 73% win rate. It's because of how much the stop loss is. So we did that to 10%. So some of these, the win rate must be really bad. I don't know. I mean, the profitable percentage there is pretty good. What we're looking, though, for is not necessarily to trade shares. We're looking to figure out a way we could trade options with it. So code is not open to the public. That is my intellectual property. I've spent a very long time developing it. So there's no reason why you can't use it, though. That's why this is something you can go get right now and add to your account. So that is my gift. But I don't think there's any reason why you need the code. So I've spent probably 6 to 7 hours a day for the last 3 weeks making this. So it's definitely still in development. And right now what we need is just testing. So we need testing to see what are the best settings. Do I need to change them? Is there something I can do better? Is there maybe something that I can include in the algorithm that I haven't thought of? That's something we look at every day. So, I mean, that's something we look at every day. So let's do this to 35. That'll probably fix a lot of this. And we can not do anything. It didn't do much, did it? See, when I'm designing it, I can see a lot of things, but what's happening is when you actually put it into play, that's when you really see the big picture. So that's something to consider. I just need to get rid of this. I'm pretty sure about that. What's it do if you go like 33? It's not too bad. I don't hate that. I wonder why this one's like, is that just because we had such a large uptrend there? That one seems just out of place for some reason. When you see the other ones, it just seems out of place. So, and sometimes what the sell signal I've noticed is doing is it not necessarily telling you to go short, it's just telling you to take profits because maybe it's going to move sideways a little bit. So you're not, it's just signaling kind of the end of an uptrend is the idea behind it. So that one was bad, but I've kind of come to the conclusion that I'm not going to make a 100% perfect algorithm. I think if it's out there, if it's out there, someone's making billions. So there's no way you can make a perfect one. What you can do is try to get as close to it as possible and then include other factors in to help win it. So the idea behind it is really to help you confirm maybe something you're already suspicious of. So let's say like you buy a call here and you're holding it up here, you're holding it up here, and then you're like, okay, I think we're going to be running out of gas here, and you're like, okay, I see that it breaks this uptrend here, so maybe you don't sell right on this sell signal right here. Maybe what you're doing is like, okay, I got this uptrend, I got a major sell signal here, I see that it broke this downtrend here, I'm going to secure my profits right there. And that's kind of what I want people to do. Like, for instance, like if you were to buy this and you didn't confirm that it was a breakout, that probably would have been a bad trade. So if you were to buy there and then you see it get rejected, you're probably going to want to just either take that tiny little profit or secure that trade. So that's one thing that we're going to design in the auto trader is a way we're working on a way to do trend lines like this. So the problem is in back testing the trend lines look awesome, but if you're taking a call right here, this is kind of what it looks like. So if this, and there's no way, I mean, this could have actually, at the time, if you were to draw an auto trend line thing, an auto trend liner, it would have looked like that. Because there's no other real connections to make. You need at least 2-3 connections to make a trend line. And those would have been the two biggest trend line indicators at the time. So that would have been something where we just take this as a loss in the auto trade, and we design maybe a 5%, 10% stop loss. And so if you're winning 90% of trades or 80% or 70%, what you're doing then is you're taking a call option here with say 5 to 10% of your account. So you're not going all in every time. You're taking a call with a 5%, 10% of your account, and then if you get a stop loss, you're only losing 10% of 10%. You're only losing 1% of your account there. But let's say, where's another call here? I have the restrictions up pretty high. Let's say you got these two calls here, and you take these, and you're breaking even, and maybe you take, we got to figure out with back testing what's the optimal strategy. So if this fired on the open of this candle and it bought here at 322, and it got all the way up to 320, 350, so this went up almost $1.50. With options, while this is only $1 move, that could potentially have been a 10 to 15% profitable trade there. So we could have potentially bought an option there and been profitable. And even like here, it's catching 322 up to 324 almost. So that's a $2 swing. So again, that's something that you could have been profitable on. Holy futures! What is happening with it? There must be something going on with the debate right now. So I think I want a VWAP in there. Yeah, so the RSI is relative strength index. And what you're looking for, as you can see on the RSI, is it's basically telling you the strength of that move. So what you're doing is you're designing a threshold. So let's say your threshold is you're not gonna sell it till it gets above the 66 or 65 mark. So that means the sells can only fire when RSI gets above here. And for instance, calls, if you're designing calls, you could design it, and you could do this on your own account if you want. There's no reason why you couldn't pull up, if you're looking at a ticker and you're looking at it and you're like, okay, most of my buys that I want to buy at are below the 35 mark. I'm going to put my call mark below 35 so it only buys down in this area. So this would have bought here and here and here. Would have bought here and then here. So then you can combine that with this. So I mean, you can in theory only use RSI if you wanted. So let's say for buy level, you wanted it below 38. You could just put 37, and then for RSI, if you wanted above 65, you could put 65 and only use RSI. There's nothing wrong with that strategy. The rest of the algorithm is designed to still fire buys. You don't need the other stuff necessarily. It's just designed to protect yourself in downswings. So even with just the RSI settings, if you do it right, you're still going to get some pretty damn good signals here. I mean, look at these signals just with using RSI, and that's something I think people aren't used to doing, is using the settings to design stuff like that. So hopefully that helps you with the RSI a little bit. You can actually pull this up and help design your own settings. And that's kind of what I wanted to leave these for as well. So like if you're looking at the commodity channel, index, you know, what you're looking for is the commodity channel is this golden zone right here. So when it's outside the golden zone, it's not sure what it's doing. So I tried to make it so the buys and sells would only be in the golden zone, so it's confirming an uptrend basically. So if, let's say, you wanted to include that, I actually have it included right now. So it looks like if you take that off, that's what that looks like. So then if you add it, include it in the cell, it's going to get rid of some of these bad ones right here. Not necessarily bad, but it's going to reduce the signals for you. And the same thing with that. So that's what the commodity channel is. Hopefully that helps you guys. You might not know what it is. That's fine. All you got to know is how to use it, right? And then the Keltner, I told you. And then VWAP kind of looks like... why is this not up here? There we go. See if you understand that. So volume weighted index basically means a sell can only be issued when it's above the volume weighted index, and a buy can only be issued when it's below. So nothing crazy, just something simple for you guys to consider. So that way I designed it hopefully to protect you a little bit more about buying at the top. That's the idea behind it. So you're not buying up here, you're buying down here. That was the thought process by having that being able to include. The problem with it is when you're on a major uptrend, sometimes you can lose all this buying power. So you're like, okay, I'm not going to buy, I'm not going to buy, I'm not going to buy. Just turn it off. It's fine. That's what it's there for. It's to protect yourself necessarily in a bear market, and really in a bull market you might not need it. So again, that's just one more weapon for you to include in your buy and sell signals. And then the uptrend confirmation and additional. So uptrend just basically means it has to be trending up for a certain amount of candles before it will fire. So it's not going to try to predict a reversal. It's going to confirm a reversal first. And then the additional uptrend, it basically means the short moving average for the short-term uptrend confirmation, and then the long moving average for the additional uptrend. But what I found out just today is the additional uptrend, if you just include this, basically with my preset defaults, it's never going to fire, because basically you're trying to catch the top with the sells. You're not trying to sell halfway down, and that's really what a downtrend confirmation does, is you're going to be catching it like down here. And with my other settings, it's never going to let you do that. So I might need to get rid of that or change it somehow or make it a little bit more useful. So we got 36 people here. I'm just going to see if we can get some more people in, and I can go a little bit... You guys are going to drop some questions in the meantime. And I'll answer those here in a second. So, alright. If you guys want to see some here, I'm trying to set up some alerts so we can... you got some buy signals here, sell signal there. That could just be because of what I got going on here. So so these are actually inverse. So you want your buy level to potentially be lower, which I need to change that, why that's doing that. So I remember my pre-fault settings were 50. There we go. That looks a little bit better. There we go. That looks good. Even better. So DocuSign probably looks more like that. Doesn't look good. I mean, it broke this uptrend at the end of the day. Yeah, so 2.01 is the most current. It fixed some of the repainting issues. So what was happening is, because I have moving averages, they can actually change based on future candles. So like, if these candles do this, this can actually curl up, and then it will repaint a signal. So what I did was I had it just go off of the current one, and it should not repaint anymore. That was the big difference between 2.0 and 2.01. It's just that little thing. It's just how it calculates a buy and sell. So we should not get any more buy and sells, but hopefully debate isn't over. No way, it should be over. It said it was for 90 minutes. Ah, it's still over. Alright, looks like it's going over right now. So Pro, the question you had is if you enable each of the boxes, does it make a and between them or an or? So if you're in your settings and this includes Keltner bands, so it includes both. If you want it to include just one, just select just one. So you can't have it just be one or the other. So keep that in mind. Yeah, we can look at some airline stocks. This looks good right there. I don't know why. It would have been interesting to see why that didn't fire, and it fired there. Could be just because of some settings I have. Probably the commodity channel, I imagine. So right now, I have the commodity channel pretty aggressive. I'm just strange why. There we go. Now it's there. So, I mean, if you see on your charts something should be there and it's not, then we need to figure out why. So, originally I just had these set at 50, but I like to have the sells because for me, the sells should be more of maybe I should think about buying a put there, and that's why I designed those to be super aggressive. So like for me, all of these look like would have been pretty good opportunities for puts, and then the buys would have been pretty good scalps because this is scalping settings. So basically what you're looking for is not long holds, you're just looking for a quick in and outs on a scalping. So you're saying, okay, I'm going to buy this, take 5%, and then I'm done. Alright, sorry, I thought it was over. I thought it was over, and I guess it wasn't, so. Do you guys like the name Fortuna? I just didn't want to. If I decided eventually to brand this, you know, if we get it to that point where we're adding in the other extra AIs, I just didn't want to be switching the name later on. I figured might as well do it now while it's still young, right? And I thought that was kind of why we should do it now before people start getting really into it. I thought that was the way to go with it. Better than Skyby. Yeah, I didn't come up with that one. Someone else must have. But you know, it's kind of a funny name. So again, what I'm really thinking you guys should do is get this, play around with the settings, because each combination could do something different. I mean, you could just do the predictions. This is using average directional movement. So what it's doing is it's weighing directional movement, and it's trying to say when the directional movement changes, that's when you're trying to predict reversal. So maybe I should rename that to include directional movement. Maybe that would make it make more sense. Yeah, Fortuna. Fortuna? Fortune? Fortuna? Fortuna? For the tuna? You know, gotta get that tuna. Gotta get that cheddar. Fortuna. Right? Fortuna is the Roman god of wealth. So, prospects. Yeah, I like Fortuna better. Bumblebee tuna. So, yeah, I mean, if you're looking at like the old version, like let's look back at a really old version. So like 1.3. So this is what this is what an older version looked like. Not only does this just look so much cleaner, the buy and sells are easier to find, and they're just so much better, and you don't have this. Tell me if you like that, and tell me if you like that. So, do you like these settings, or do you want to sit here and figure out what the hell all this means? So, for me, even when I was looking at this, I didn't know what half this meant. I do know what it means, but like trying to sit here and change these and not being able to visualize it on how I made this is so much harder. So I definitely think the new version, and also the new version doesn't have this many settings. So a lot of these I found out were kind of redundant, and they were doing the same thing. So you basically got like 6 different settings that do the same thing. So that was kind of the thought process behind it, and I can mess with it down the road. Like if we want these to be overall more aggressive, I can make these more aggressive. So I can go into the hard code, and I can make this level a little bit different for the aggression. That might be something I do. And if I want to make this less aggressive so it's less restrictive, I can do that too. It's not hard. It's just one of those things, you know. We got to play around with it. But I'm trying to make it so there's a version that I can make for people that know what they're doing, and this is a version for basically the masses to use right away and help them increase their trade production and make it a little bit better. So yeah, you asked me to turn futures red, did you not? Oh, look at that. That is a massive candle. Oh, look at this though. You know what this is called? A tweezer's bottom. So that could predict a strong reversal as well. So that's what happened right here. This is called a tweezers. If you want it to be aggressive, just do this. There's your aggressive settings right there. That's pretty aggressive in my opinion. If you don't think that's aggressive, there's something wrong with you. But with the aggressive settings, there's always the chance that you take a bad play. The conservative settings are there meant to help you. So like these sell signals, I wouldn't play the sells yet. I would let me fine tune those a little more, or just go super conservative with it. So, you know, for sell maybe you make it 35 or something, or you make it so it's got to be a very high a high probability scenario, or maybe you make it 33. There we go. So then you're just getting your high probability sells basically. So you're only getting a signal really if there's a high probability with the different RSIs. So it looks like we're getting a lot more people now. People really wanted to watch that debate, it seems. When I was testing it, I got it up to about almost 75%. So if you're looking at my tester here, not that one, this one, I got it up to like in the 70% range on the percent wins. So the only difference, see, what I'm looking at is percent wins. I'm not necessarily looking at this profit or the drawdown or anything, because that's just more to do with whatever strategy you're designing. So that's more to do with how big you go in and things like that. So that's just the profit and drawdown is only going to change between this. What I'm looking at is with the sell and buy levels and everything, what's my max percentage profit, and that's what I want. So I want to know, if I include this stuff, what does it change, which one's the best scenario. So if I'm taking all these out, if I'm taking the Keltner bands out, whoop, we want that one. And this is designed off of the idea that that's a 73.72% win rate just off of signals. I mean, that doesn't even include your own homework. So yeah, it's like I said, the where we've gotten in a couple weeks is pretty ludicrous in my opinion. I didn't think I was going to get here this fast, but turns out it's not. I don't know if maybe I just understand it better and I know what I'm doing, but I guess it helps having years of knowledge too. But it wasn't as hard, I guess, as I had originally thought. Taking it to the next level is going to be what is hard. So yeah, the 2.0 I was working on all last night till about 1 in the morning. And then we finally got a working version, and I when it came out and I saw it on the chart, I was like, yes, that is what I want. I want that. That is what I want. I want these bottoms. I want these perfect bottom buys every time. I want to buy these bottoms. The sells, I'm probably going to tweak that. This is what I'm going to work on this week. The buys I'm done with. I'm almost positive I can't make these better. You're going to get some bad ones. It's just going to happen. But if 75 to 80%, 90% of these are fire, if I can improve this, that's only going to make the system better. So yeah, I'm not making it for you guys. I'm making it for me. Let's be honest. Joanne, I have momentum built into this algorithm. Momentum is a big way that I use to calculate it, but what I'm also looking for is volume to confirm reversals, and I'm looking for strength and money flow. So I want to see more money coming in. I want to see volume coming in. I want to see momentum. I want to see averages of that being in played. So what we're looking at here, so if you, I mean, even like some of the really old ones, so I mean, I have all these different ones. I mean, if you go back to let's see, like I think this was one of the original ones I made. So I went from a 47% win rate with my first one to almost a 75% win rate in a couple of weeks. So if you look at this one, so 73.72 now, 47% on my very first attempt. I like that. I like that increase in my opinion. So that is for me a nice win. I am happy with that. So if I can make that a little bit better, I will definitely work on that. So again, what I need to work on is the sell indicators, because what's happening is let's dive deep into this. So what's happening is here, these ones are killing me right here. So because these aren't taking profit on the strategy tester, in real life, we would take profit here, because this is just testing shares, and that's one thing that I don't like about this is in real life I would have bought a call here and I would have taken profit probably right here-ish, and then here I would have taken it here, and then on here I would have taken it here probably, or here, and then here you would have taken. See, all these are winning positions. That's the best part. Like almost every single one at some point into the trade is a winning position. I mean, winning position, winning. Even this little one. So even this one. And in reality, let's be honest, this probably would have been a losing trade, but at some point in this trade, if you bought, let's say this thing came out and it was down here on open, or even if it was at 260, it got up to, it was at 260.09 at the open, or unless it was down here, which it was probably here, and then it went back up. That's still 60 cents. It might have only been a 3 to 5% win, but it would have been a win. So yeah, so Middlesworth, this is I did go over the settings in the beginning. What I'm going to do is I'm going to record a pre-recorded video after this that's just like a quick 5-minute video, and it'll explain everything real quick, so you don't have to watch a whole hour stream to learn how to do the settings. I think that's probably the way to go there. So I'm just going to catch up on some of these questions now. S-Ray, this is available. So if you go into search, just search Skynet, and there it is, Skynet 2.0. Or if you just want the link, thank you, I'll just link it for you. Here you go. My gift to humanity. So this is in the public library. You just gotta search Skynet with 2 T's and then click 2.0, and then it'll add it to it'll add it to you. So one thing that I've noticed to make the settings more accurate, I'm just gonna jump back over this. I find this one's a little easier to do. So I think the first thing you're gonna want to play with on your charts is the RSI levels. I think those are extremely important, probably the most important. And then you're just going to want to play with these top 4 are probably the next most important. Well, they're kind of in order of importance. So the commodity channel is probably the most important, and then average directional movement here is this, and then yeah, you got yourself a nice downtrend break. So it might follow this down now. So you might see some going here until it gets to about right here. But the uptrend confirmation is basically this one right here doesn't do anything. So that one just doesn't do anything. So just disregard this additional downtrend. I'll make a couple minor changes tonight, and I'll release 2.02. And I'm not going to change much, but commodity channel looks like that. Gets rid of some more. So if you just want less signals overall and you just want to have a higher win rate, play around with it, and yeah. Well, that's what you wanted, right? You wanted futures red. I told you I'd make it happen. Skynet. That's what Skynet does. It's humanity's greatest rival. It doesn't want futures to win. It wants to win the future. Yeah, the strategy tester I was showing you is it says what? Skynet 3.01a? I don't think that's true. I think you're fibbing me there, boy. Should say Skynet 2.01. Even when I add it from the library, even 1.0. Don't use 1.0. Use 2.01. Yours might say 3.0A2, something like that. What you need to do, David, is take it off your chart, close your trading view, reopen it, go into indicators, and then re-add it, and it should update. Yeah, Greg, we've been struggling with a lot. That's called repainting. So what's happening is with all the indicators, sometimes when you use other indicators that use EMAs and stuff, because EMAs in some settings calculate based off future values, so it'll go back and repaint it. We used absolutes basically. They're called security measures. So once a signal is issued, it will not disappear or reappear. So once that next candle is done, you won't get a signal in the past. If you do see one, please tell me, because I need to figure out why, and I need to go fix that. So that is one thing I would like to obviously fix. So what is going on? Oh, this one's broken. That's right. That one's not right. I need and again, even with the strategy tester, this is something that can't be repainted. If it says it's taking a position here, it's taking a position here. And I can't make these numbers up. These are live. This is, it would have bought there, it would have sold there, it would have bought there, would have sold there. So I mean, we'll see what it looks like on a live. Maybe it'll make a buy because we're reversing right now. Let's see. So it might what's going on here? Something's going on the futures here. It's not issuing any buys. Maybe it doesn't work. Maybe strategy tester doesn't work on maybe it only works on stocks. I don't know. It's weird that it's not working on that. Let's try Bitcoin, see if it'll work on Bitcoin futures. There we go. Let's just see if it does anything here. So looks like it just issued a buy right here. So it's got a 67% win rate on the 1 minute on Bitcoin. So there you go. 313 trades and 2.5% profitable. So looks like it bought this bar right here. So that's kind of cool. It's fun to see this kind of stuff. And, maybe different time frames work better. So this looks like the 5 minute does not work better, but maybe the 3 minute, change the different percentages. Maybe on the 30 minute. No. And this is just like, I don't have time to test all this, so the more I can get people helping me out, the better. If I can get people testing stuff for me and we all work on this together, the faster it's going to be improved. So that was why I've been asking for beta test. Looks like on the 15 minute it just closed this long right here. So that's something that's cool to see. I'm debating about just setting up a stream and just letting this thing go at night and you can see when it buys and sells. That might be fun. I mean, you should be able to just use any version of TradingView. If you're asking like what level of you need to have, just make sure you have less than 3 indicators up when you add it. So if you have the basic and just the basic, the free version, the free version will let you use 3 indicators. So if you already have 3 up, it won't let you add this. So make sure that you only have 1 or 2 indicators up, and then you can add this. You don't need premium to use this. You can use basic. So for instance, if I were to log out, I could log in under just a basic account and you could use this. RG's like, yeah, I want to see a live I want to see live. So should work on all stocks. It's designed, the new one is designed to work on all stocks. I was wondering why it doesn't work on futures. Maybe it has to do with how the strategy tester goes. So some of them You know, some of it works better on more stocks than others. AD, do you have an example of a stock that it doesn't show on? Maybe I can look up why it's not working. I know NEO was a popular one recently. Are you saying that sometimes the percent profitable doesn't work on all stocks? Is that what your concern was? Why is that not? I don't know. Yeah, the buy signals are way better than the sell signals. I'm not even gonna lie to you about that. I think the buy signals are way better. Interesting. Oh, is it? There we go. Where are the settings that I had? Maybe these are the ones. So you weren't getting any, it could be again because of the version they had. So if Doug had the 3.0 and Julio had, I think Julio had 3.0 and Doug had 2.0. So they're just using different. They're actually using different indicators. I wasn't watching, so I couldn't tell you for sure, but that could have been the case. So I had some people asking me, why isn't it issuing sell signals up here? It's designed to catch reversals and high upside. So for the bot, it's saying, okay, this thing is running on Steam right here. I wanna buy at the bottom. This isn't the bottom, so it's trying to catch the bottoms on reversals. That's, you know, it's a momentum reversal indicator at heart, confirming it with other things. So that's the idea behind it. So that way you can use it both ways with a momentum based indicator. So Neo, perhaps not. Let's go back and look. I think I just looked at it, but no, there were no buy signals on Neo on the 5-minute or on the 15-minute, I believe. Nope, no buy signals on that. So Zoom. Pretty sure Zoom had lots of signals here, so I don't know what you're looking at. I think it's your settings or something's not working with yours, because it looks pretty okay. Commodities like silver. Doesn't appear so. I haven't tried it actually. Oh, maybe it's just yeah, actually maybe it's just the where you get the data from. That could be. So this looks like silver. If you want to look at gold, like would be so USD. So then looks like you got some buy signals down here. Sell there, sell there. So could potentially you could potentially get a sell signal here soon. I mean, again, it's probably more to do with my settings with the sell signal being so low. I mean, I bet you if we change that to 40, you might get some more sells there. Or even if we were, you know, conservative with it. There we go. That looks a little better. So again, this is just something you're gonna have to play with the settings. You know, maybe pick 5 stocks and you want to test it on, and play with the settings to see which ones work best for you. So that would be my guess. I think the RSI settings are probably the ones that are going to help you out the most, and then you can play with adding in the other ones. I mean, this is kind of the automatic bot we're designing. It's telling you when to buy and sell. That's the whole point, is to make an auto trader bot that can buy and sell with you. So if you're wondering what's next, this is the next bot we're working on. We're working on 2 of them right now. Cheddar Flow is the next one that we're working on. Not Cheddar Flow in general, but we're working on designing a flow bot that can filter flow for us and give us signals on flow. Then we can go back to our chart and see if we got a buy signal in there. So you can see they have kind of like an AI here. Holy XLF, that's a very high. Oh, there we go. That's why. So, you know, this is kind of something that would be similar to what I would design, is a high call flow, a high OI increase. High bullish would say you would get a alert saying, hey, XLF has an extremely bullish position. So then what we would do is this AI would then talk to this AI potentially. So then it would go, all right, let's go look at XLF. It would see that we had a bunch of buy signals here, so it would have taken a position here with a high upside. So it could have played 23 up to 24 today. That would have been a good play there. So then if our AI was to mimic one of these, let's say like T, it would search up T. It would show similar things with high bullish sentiment, high call flow, a lot of unusual options, which is what the purple is. So then that bot would go look at T after it gets an alert from that. It would see the same thing. We got a couple of buy signals here. On an uptrend, it would have taken a position here and probably made money. So that's the next step, adding in the second and third AI. So that's, yeah, Tesla always has ridiculous amounts of money. So the only way to get this better is to add in other AIs that can talk to it. So to eliminate the bad ones, what we're doing is this isn't going to develop the signals for us. This is just going to confirm signals for us. So what's going to develop it is going to be the call flow. Here it is. So we're going to see call flow here, and that will develop the signals for us. So if you were to look at Lee, you can see it's got a 93% call flow. It has one outstanding option, and it has high bullish sentiment. So this would have been a potential play we would have looked at based on an AI alert. So then we're looking at Lee Auto. Oh, that would have been in here. Sorry. I was like, why is this not working? So we would have put Lee Auto into this. It might have taken a position right here. So basically what we're looking for is it to confirm that a buy signal was issued recently, and then it would have taken a position, and then if there was a say a sell signal, it would probably close that position for us automatically. And then if we're looking at another one here, we looked at Neo. But that's kind of the thought process behind designing that. Another one we're looking at is designing a catalyst bot. This one's pretty close to being done. I thought it would be done sooner, but we might be having some up. So what it's going to do is it's going to incorporate all these upgrades and downgrades. It's going to incorporate Trump tweets. It's going to incorporate news cycles. It's going to incorporate earning reports. It's going to incorporate ex-dividend dates. And what it's going to do is it's to design a score based on all those factors. So then we can add that in. So let's say, okay, does this match the Catalyst bot? And if yeah, you'd be surprised. Trump tweets actually can move the market. So it's just another confirmation. So then this would issue the signal. It would check the Catalyst score. If the Catalyst score met a certain threshold that we can figure out, then it talks to Fortuna, and then Fortuna's like, yes, the Catalyst score is good, meaning we have high upside, implied volatility. Flow score is good. We have a buy signal on the chart. We have a triple confirmation. We are 100% taking that position. Yeah, we could potentially incorporate, say, like CEO tweets for every company. That's something I have considered. So, again, we just want the basic model, and then we can make it better every day. So, yeah, they'll talk to each other. Then, Rick, what we can do is back test it, forward test it, say test it for a few months, then we connect it to our options auto trading bot, which is already made, and boom, we're off to the races. And yeah, that's the best part. What my plan is to get this ultimate AI done, and then just have you log into your account and turn it on. And that is my plan. So if I can prove that it has an 85% win rate or something like that with hundreds and hundreds of tests and data, and maybe you can turn settings on it. You know, kind of like I have Skynet here. Maybe the bot, you can, like, this will be like your bot menu, and then you would just click, you know, the different settings. So if you want to have, like, are we in a bull market? Say, okay, I want a bullish style bot, you would just click, you know, the bullish style bot. Or if you want a bearish style, you can have a bearish style, so it goes more heavy in a bear. And then maybe you could say, I want to back test that for 6 months, so you can back test that for 6 months, that strategy. It'll tell you your returns, and then you just say, okay, turn it on, and you could say, okay, I want this turned on for 10% of my account with it taking 1% trades every time. Or you can turn it on and say, I want this. You can even set a time period. Say, I only want it to run for this week. Yeah, it is. If I can get this alone, I was showing you. If I can get, where'd it go? If I can get this alone to, well, that is not good, but something's wrong with this. If I can get this alone to like a 70% win rate on a lot of things, I can definitely increase it more. So I think it's just the settings I have. So I can definitely, it'll be, not right away, but Jonathan, we can get there. I really feel like we can. Help! What can I help you with? Yeah, the goal is to get to 95%. I would feel comfortable. I think I would feel comfortable at 95%. So there can be a setting where you just tell it to make 3 trades a week. That's perfectly fine. If you're doing 3 trades a week, what I would do is just have the ultra conservative settings, so you know what it would do. I don't have a price on it yet because I don't have enough data to formulate a price. So I hope it will be. That would be awesome. I would like to be a multimillionaire. That is the plan, obviously, for all of us, right? We're all going to be multimillionaires. I sell this to you, I make millions. I use it to make more millions. You guys use it to make millions. We're all millionaires together. That's the idea. All right, Greg, I'll tell you what. I will program it so you put $100 in and it'll return $10,000 every day for you. That's the plan, right? Yeah. Go to your indicators. Type in Skynet 2.0, and boom, you just added it to your chart. Look, just like that. Yeah, big hedge funds have their own that they developed. Um, Theirs is probably more advanced than mine right now, I would imagine, because they've had years, 30, 40 years to develop it. All right, I will go through the settings one more time for those that missed it, and then I'm gonna call it a night, and I'm gonna just make a quick settings video. But for the people that are still on live after 75 minutes, let's do this real quick. So, um, which one are we missing? All right. Everyone, tell me when you're ready for me to go through everything for you. Can you see my screen really good? If you're on your phone, I apologize. This is probably pretty tiny. Maybe we can zoom in a little bit better to make this a little bit better. I am a salesman. I sell automotive chemicals. Been in sales my whole life. But I do have a double bachelor's degree in history and political science and a minor in legal studies. I know, right? Of all the people that designed this, I'm probably the one that you probably wouldn't have thought I would. So, um, here, I'll tell you what. I'll do this for you. So, let's go through each setting at one at a time. So, let's go through RSI. So, what you're doing with the RSI is this is your relative strength index right here. So, your relative strength index, the settings are gonna. I have to fix the settings real quick because I don't know if they're correct or not. But basically, what you're saying is I don't want it to make a trade above here. So if you go on your chart and you want to test it here. So you're saying I want to make all these trades right here. Here, we can add these back in. We can just do the one. So you're saying, like, if you do this right here, you're saying, okay, I want it to make a buy only in these extreme circumstances when it's really low. So you're saying I only want the major upside. So then you're going to take this and you're going to bring it down here. And you say, okay, I only want it to make a buy under 30. So then you're going to go into your settings. Right now it's inverse, so it would actually be 70, but I'll fix that for you. So in theory, it should only make a buy when it's underneath here. So here, right here, it's something in the other settings. So if we take these off, so this isn't setting a buy because one of the default settings is it has to be in an uptrend. So that means there has to be at least 2 candles in an uptrend. So you had red, green, red. So, and then it was above this, so that's why that. So then you would just be like, okay, maybe I want it to be here. So then you would change it to 35, and right now the way it's set is that would actually be 65. So then you're getting those buy signals. So then for the sell side, it's just the same. So the sell side is inversed as well for some reason. So then it would just be 30, would be 70, so that would be right here. I think when we coded it, we accidentally just, for some reason, we changed those. So I'll fix those for you. But basically, it's just telling you where your RSI is so that it only can issue buys above and below, and then you can look at your chart. So that's what the RSI setting does. The commodity channel is the commodity channel. Is the commodity channel index. So basically, what you're doing is you want it to be in the golden zone, so it only can make trades basically on reversals. It can't make it on the bottom. So here, so you're saying it can't make it here. What I want it to do is make it in here. I don't want it to be down here, so I want it to be in here. And this was designed to help on big losses. So on downtrends, I kind of put that in there, and that's what that's for. And then the next one is Keltner bands. So what the Keltner bands do is it's this blue line here. It's basically saying it only can make trades when it's outside the Keltner band. So it won't make trades inside. Only when it's in extreme reversal situations can it make trades. So only when it's below or above is what the Keltner bands do. VWAP is the same thing. So if we got rid of Keltner bands, you would see this moving average line right here. So this is volume weighted average. So basically it's saying it only can make trades if it's below it, and for sells it only can make trades if it's above it. And then uptrend confirmation and additional uptrends is just basically how many candles in a row does it have to be green or does it have to be red for it to issue a signal. So you're just having heavy confirmation that it's in that. So the green is just additional candles, and then it's basically saying the fast moving EMA has been green for 3 candles, and then the additional is the slow moving has to be red as well. So there's something wrong with the red one, where for some reason this basically just gets rid of every single sell signal. It just will cancel every single one. So I have to change that a little bit. So again, just one day of testing. We're working on getting it better. You know, those are the little things that we got a little tweak here and there, and that's what's going to happen now. Is we have the core. I'm really happy with the core. We just need to tweak it here and there, here and there, here and there, and then boom, we're going to have, you know, it might only add a 0.5%, 1% to the win ratio, but if we tweak it and tweak it and tweak it and we can get it close to that 80%, that might beat every single indicator on TradingView, in my opinion. It might be the best one. It might already be top 5 on TradingView. I don't know. I have never seen anything like this. That's why I looked and looked and looked, and that's why I made it myself. Is I just said, you know what? There's some out there. There is, but is there one out there that does what I want it to do? Is it gonna auto trade for me? You know, and that's. I hope did that help, Jonathan? Sorry, the comments are delayed, so I sometimes go quiet while I'm waiting for responses. Cool. You guys all kind of understand how to use this a little better now that I kind of went over it with you. If is anyone not in the Discord yet that needs the link, because I want to make sure that I'm there to answer any questions for you. I think that's important. So alright, let me get it for you. Hold on one second. Where's the invite link? I did post it in the comment for the video after, so if you rewatch it'll be there, but here it is. Go ahead and click on that and join it. So the biggest thing about Discord is it's there. We can all talk about what we're seeing, what we're not seeing. It's still in beta testing. It is not a final product. If I can get it to an 85% win rate, I might make a small subscription fee for it. And it won't just be this. It'll include so much more. And if I ever do charge for it, I hope you guys think it's worth it. I think, you know, just me allowing you to use it right now, I think is a gift in itself. And, you know, I think what the final product is, if I can use all 3 AIs and I can get that working, that might be something I finally give you a small subscription fee for. Because basically to get all this, I have to pay for it. And I think it's only fair that, you know, I pass on some of those costs to all of us so we can all enjoy a low subscription, high win rate fee. Yeah, it should work on everything, Rick. The only thing I saw it didn't work on was something that I was. Oh, yeah. I mean, it works on futures, forex. I think that was something I haven't checked yet. Let's look. So it works on forex. Look at that. I must have tested Forex. I don't remember drawing these lines. That must have been something. So yeah, let's just do a final couple tests here. So Forex it works on. I have not tested it at all on Forex though. So I mean, if you guys want to go, I mean, these buy signals and sell signals look pretty awesome actually. So I know it works on crypto. So even like Ethereum. Let's check out Ethereum. Fuck it, let's just do it from over here. So Ethereum, it will work on regular stocks. It will work on if you want like gold, like USA, what is it, ZOG, cryptocurrency. So if you want it to work on gold, it'll work on gold. It works on everything. That's the best part about it. Yeah, I think I just checked Ethereum. ETH, yeah, there it is. So double buy signal there, a couple sell signals up here. Looks like it's zigzagging up here. This kind of looks like it could be maybe a bear flag, but it isn't a bullish trend. So let's see what happens here. Microsoft. You said on September 3rd. Buy signals. September 3rd, right here. You're seeing these? Probably, I'm guessing. Yeah, I mean, like I said again, it's so hard to design a perfect system. I mean, in theory, these could have potentially been winning trades if you had quick in and outs. But in reality, I don't know if any of us would have held it. We probably would have thinking this was reversing, so we would have held it. But just don't use it by itself. Everyone just wants something that does something for them. I'm getting there. You just got to be patient with me. Just use it to confirm your own TA right now. I mean, you could try and pray and hope for the best that the AI is going to be a winning trade, but don't use it by itself. Use it to confirm other things. That's what I want right now. It is not ready to be used by itself, so yeah, don't you see the Batman formation? The sad Batman formation? I am Batman. Roar. Bucktooth Batman. What's the Batman logo? Is that it? So, I mean, it's just trying to predict. It's just trying to predict movement. So keep that in mind. It's not always right because the idea behind it is it's trying to. I mean, anything you have where it's trying to tell you what the market's going to do before the market's going to do it. It's really hard to predict the future, guys. Keep that in mind. Yeah, please tweak your own settings, find out what works for you, and hopefully this helps you. That's the idea behind it. Is what I'm seeing in a lot of discords, and this is just me. Like everyone's trying to tell you what to do. Everyone's trying to tell you the plays, everything like that. I'm trying to help you make your own decisions. I think that's the biggest thing. Is don't listen to a lot of the traders. They have good ideas, but use all your tools and weapons and make your own decision. Yeah, I'm not ready to make this one live yet, but let me change some of the settings and maybe I can get this out tonight for you guys. I don't see any reason why I can't let you use this. I don't really know if it's better, but if you just want to play with it for fun, I see no reason for that. And then maybe I can just update it later on as I tweak it. I don't really use crypto, but I mean, there's no reason. Just go into crypto, and I mean, if you want my settings that I have here, There's just nothing. It's just RSI settings. I mean, honestly, guys, I'm telling you, the RSI is gonna make the biggest difference. The rest of the bot is programmed. So then you just making your thresholds. So 90% of the bot is already programmed. This is the extra 10% to help you with it. So no, Joseph, it is not. But I will publish it for you. So T4tel. T4tel. I like Fortuna. I'm going to keep Fortuna for now unless I come up with something better. So, alright, that's about 90. What is going on here? Hold on a second. Oh, I see what happened here. Hold on. I think I must have went quiet there. Alright, so thank you all. I'm going to head off now and see if I can tweak some of these settings. I got to get this uploaded for you guys to test out and see if you can make a better strategy than me. And then join me in Discord. We can talk in there and hang out and have some fun. So Fortuna means the goddess of wealth, so RG is right.